Alright everyone, welcome to the video today. Now, I'm guessing you have clicked on this because you want to learn about the new deep mines in the Bloomin Springs update. So let's just get right into it and give you some tips. Some of the new things in the mine include opals, zirconium ore, emeralds, leaf gliders, and weapons from Ted Selly like the battle shovel, blueprints, and then pretty much all the other stuff from the old deep mines like the paint, stuff like that. So to access the deep mines, you need to get 4 ruby shards. Let me just grab those. So yes, you need to have you need to get 4 ruby shards, and you also need the old keys, just like in the other deep mines. So let's head over there now just to show you what it looks like. So the place where you need to put the ruby shards, you need 4 of them, and it goes directly next to the levers. So you click use, you put it in, you start the level, and then you just go straight down. Now per ruby that you find in the normal deep mine, you smash it with a hammer and it gives you the shards, and I'm pretty sure you can only get 3 ruby shards from 1 actual ruby, so you need to find 2 of them to be able to come down here. Now what I would recommend doing is bringing a bat zapper or a torch down and flashing the enemies, and then using something like a battle shovel on them, because these frillies are really annoying because they're very fast and they poison you. So so you can't eat while you're poisoned for a set amount of time, so it's really bad if you're low on health and you get hit by one of those. Now you can also get a candle hat from the chests, which is pretty cool because it never runs out. Now what I'd recommend you do is find the river, just like this, and then follow it along all the way. Just keep following the river until you see on the mini-map, until you find like a green square that that pops out of the map. Like I'll show you it once I find it. If you have a chainsaw, use that. If you've got wattle brews, drink those, and it will make the process a lot smoother. You can also jump on the lily pads if you want to cross the river to the other side. I can just use my back glider whenever I want. Obviously, if you don't have a back glider, then, or any type of glider, then you're just gonna have to run around. Right, I finally found one. After, obviously, look, if you look at the map now, you go across the rivers and you find the big green box that just looks out of place. Now, the perfect way to get into these buildings is use Z on PC and use the build cam, and then go around from here. So there's an entrance. So you'd go into this room here, and the next room that goes into is the chest room, and that's what you want. I'll show you like the other example. So there's the next entrance. So if I was to go in through here, that would be the next door to go in, so it would lead to this room. Now, on the other side, the chest would have been in this room, so it would only use 2 keys. But if I went this way round, I would have to use 3 to get into the other entrance that way. So that's why you can save a key every time just by using the build camera, which means that adds up. So after a while, you can get into like a few more things, a few more rooms. So use your key. Now, if you get into this room, just jump around, and if you've got the alpha hammer, this is going to be so beneficial for you, because all you do, slam it on the ground, and the area of effect will take out all the worms. Just keep doing that, keep spamming it, and all the worms will be dead. And then this room, use the key, and in you go. Only took 2 keys. Now if you open up a chest, it's got 2 blueprints and an old spring. So it's not the best. I normally leave the... Actually, I'll take these. So let me use the blueprints really quick, just to see what it gives me. So you just left click and it gives you a recipe. So rope fence and a brick flower bed. So nothing special. Now to describe what emeralds look like, I would say it looks exactly the same as the ruby from the other mine. But instead of it there being just 1 red spot, it's 1 green spot. It looks the exact same. However, it is just green, and I will show you it when I can. Alright, here we have an emerald, and it looks exactly the same as the ruby, However, it is green. So let's just get rid of these real quick. So you can use your jackhammer on this one. Now there's two ways of doing it. You either just pick it up and take it back to the mine, and it will sell to John for much more, or you can break it just like this, and it turns into the emerald shards, and you can pick them up so you don't have to carry it over your head, and you can carry on, and you've got that guaranteed money rather than having to keep taking trips backwards and forwards. Alright, here we have another treasure room, and I'm going to check if it is the right one, because there's actually two different types of treasure rooms. One, it's got a chest in, the one with the chest in, and two is the one with all rooms have emerald ore in. Every single room has one emerald ore in. However, this one seems to be just a normal treasure room, so we'll go into it and we'll open the chest, and then we'll cut back when we find the rooms with the emerald in. So this chest has some baconium ore in, a key in, so you can find keys in there as well, a slingshot, paint, and the mighty seeds again. So with the baconium ore, you might wonder what it's used for. Well, after you get a few, and you go and talk to Franklin, he will actually say, come back to me when you find 10. So once you find 10 baconium ore, you can go to Franklin and he can craft more advanced weapons. And it's like the chainsaw or the jackhammers, it's more advanced version of those he can make. And you need to make a blast furnace, which is the furnace, but it's massive and it's green. And that costs 10 baconium ore to make the blast furnace. So you have to make that first anyway, pretty much, because you need bars for it, and the advanced blast furnace can process baconium ore, so you need to get that first. And if you put iron ore in the blast furnace, it costs 5, but it gives you 2 bars back. But it costs a lot to actually get that blast furnace. You need the 10 baconium ore, you need ruby and emerald ore, and you need 800k and some of the other ores as well. So it's very expensive, but it's very good. It's very good, and it will help you in the future with getting the advanced stuff. So we'll come back to you when we get the treasure room with emerald in. I found another treasure room, so you use a tactic again. You look around with the build camera, you figure out that it's this one that will use 2 keys instead of 3. So you can save yourself a key on every treasure room. It's not the emerald one, but we can just see what are in the chests, so you see the variations. Now the worms can spawn in here, and also frillies can spawn in here, so just be prepared. So in this chest is another baconium ore, some old gear, a crocodile statue, which is cool and new as well. So we'll use a blueprint. Hardwood crude fence. So it's pretty cool to get all the crafting recipes, and you get them out of the way so you can get all the good ones in. And we'll cut back to when I find another treasure room. I found another treasure room, however, it is the one with the chest in. Nothing in this one as well, it's a peaceful one. So I've got sprinklers, an iron spear, and some more old springs, and a candle hat. And we will cut back to when I find another room. Alright, nice. So I found one that is just the emeralds. So for this, you use a key to get into the main door. And then from here, you get in a little corridor. So you can get your torch out. And to the right, there's an emerald in there. To the left, there's an emerald in there. Straight on, as you can see, emerald, emerald there, emerald in there. So we're just going to go through the rooms. And this is a super good way of earning money, because you can break all of these and earn a lot of dink if you sell it all. Or you can keep it and save it for future when it comes to crafting the advanced stuff. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to jackhammer, and I'm going to alpha spear it, or alpha hammer it. Then this way, open up. Just a worm's nest, easily killable. Gone. This one, break, hammer. Gives off 3 shards again. Then from here, straight on into these rooms. Emerald there and emerald there. Now, as I've only got 1 key, I'm going to choose the one that doesn't have the Frillian, because I don't want to be killed. I'm going to eat something in a stick. And then the final one, break, take the shards. Now, it's the exact same thing with the other deep mine, where when it gets late, you start taking tick damage. So just click the map when you want to go back, ping it. Now, obviously, I'm not looking for anything else on the way back, so I'm just going to use my backglider and just look at the top right mini-map to avoid all the obstacles and just head straight back. So, as you can see, I've just made it back. So you just come back into the mine, and then all you need to do, just use it, click go back up. And I'm back, just like that. Now that is just a few tips and tricks for the new deep mines. If you want to see a part 2 of this, let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe down there. I'm trying to get to 1k subs. And comment any other tips or tricks that you want to see in the part 2 as well. So I will see you in the next video.